Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining me this morning. For some of you, some places it's very early, and so for some of you, some places it's quite late. I have for you this morning a quote from the Koran. The servants of the compassionate are they who walk upon the earth humbly, and when the foolish address them, they answer, peace. I'm going to read it again. Starting over. The servants of the compassionate are they who walk upon the earth humbly, and when the foolish address them, no audio. Checking my audio. Test 1, 2, 3. You can hear me. Great. We'll start again. And that's all right, Allie. The servants of the compassionate are they who walk upon the earth humbly, and when the foolish address them, they answer, peace. The Quran 25:63. So where do we find the strength for humility when we're addressed or accosted by the foolish? In a practical sense, how do we maintain our chill? How do we maintain our cool when we're being accosted by people who are speaking or behaving in foolish ways toward us? Guess. Where do you think that comes from in a daily practical way? Well, it comes from meditation. It comes from creating a belly full of the presence of the divine, a belly full of the presence of the compassionate. And we do that when we quiet ourselves on a regular basis and create a containment unit inside ourselves for the presence itself. And then during the day, we get to dispense that presence as needed. Humility arises from the connection to the compassionate. That's where humility comes from. It's not a false humility. It's not meekness. It's not servitude. Humility is actually strength in the connection to the compassionate one, to the compassion itself. And from that relationship to the compassionate, humility naturally arises. And so there's a couple things going on here. As we dig deeper inside ourselves and create more of a cistern for the presence of the peace that we gather in our prayer lives, creates a reservoir for distribution of peace throughout your day, but it also creates this direct connection up to the compassionate itself from which humility arises. And the humility is twofold. It arises because we see ourselves in relationship to the infinite. When we see ourselves as finite in relationship to the infinite, we are naturally humbled before the infinite. And when we're in this position of humility in the presence of the infinite, this same humility applies to all people, all places, all the time, because we are all less than the infinite ourselves. So humility doesn't really occur on a person to person level. It occurs on the divine to human level, and then it spreads out in our lives. And it creates this inner peace inside ourselves because we know who we are in relationship. Beloved, that's who we are in relationship. We are beloved of the divine, beloved of the compassionate one. And that same presence inside us is what we bring to our daily lives. Humility has to do with compassion. It has to do with self-judgment and the judgment of others. Those people in the Quran, it says they are foolish people. They're judged as foolish, but they're approached with peace. They're approached with peace that comes from inside the Sacred Heart, inside here. And this all arises from our relationship to the divine, which comes from our experience of the holy, our experience of the divine, where we are part of and less than at the same time. I hope that helps, my friends. Good. I'm glad that you can hear. Uh, Dine fas yersel, says Willie T. I don't know what that means, my friend. A deep drink of those peaceful, restorative waters. Oh, that's what it means, I think. Good morning, everybody, and thanks for being here today. So that's my little chit chat for today. In terms of my meditation practice this morning, in terms of your meditation practice and your prayer life this morning, what I'm going to be doing this morning is my feet are going to be flat on the floor. I'm going to put my hands on my lap. I'm going to sit up straight so that my spine is supported by my body rather than my muscles holding myself up. I'm going to relax all the muscles that I can, and I'm going to breathe nasally into my belly. I'm going to begin with my focus up here, and rather than try to chase my thoughts away, rather than to reflect upon the thoughts that arise inside of me, I'm going to continue, as I always do, to repeat my prayer over and over and over again to gain control of my mind. And when I gain control of my mind through the repetition of my prayer falls away. I observe my breath, and my breath falls away, and I breathe very quietly. And in that space, in that place, is where the peace begins to arise. So, my friends, Dina Fasi Yershul, don't stress or worry. Thanks. Willie T, appreciate that. A correction, that's good. All right, my friends, I'm going to set the clock and the timer. I have my phone on airplane mode, and I've got my timer set for 20 minutes. Is everybody ready? We're all good. Thanks for coming this morning. 16 of us today. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for your support. By showing up and your financial support as well, it's super helpful. I am available for counseling sessions should you want any kind of mystical or spiritual reflection. All right. I'm going to turn on my timer, get myself set. Relax my shoulders, close my eyes, pull my mic in closer. See you in 20 minutes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate your being here. When two or more are gathered, the divine is present among us and between us and within us. Today I had a little tickle in my throat. Sometimes happens. I stopped for a breath or two to take a sip of water. Autonomic responses are difficult to control, and it's okay. It's okay to take a little break, take a sip of water, keep on going. Just so you know. Any comments or questions this morning? How did your meditations go? Turbulent thoughts for a while and then deeper opening, says Sheila. Great. That's great. This morning, just before I sat down here, my car got stuck on my dirt road down the road here. It's still there. I had a little bit of a turbulent thought this morning as I sat down to try to calm myself, but it works. Meditation calms turbulent thoughts. It is a most powerful tool. It's just a wonderful thing. Good, lots of heart beaming, lovely, beautiful. Thanks everybody for coming today. I appreciate your liking the video and participating in our video live meditation group. Peace and love to you all. Thank you, Louisa, for your gift this morning. Much appreciated. I see lots of people here today, a lot of regular folks, Allie and Deanna and Christine, Wendy and Charles, Sybil, MG, Russell, Willie T, Susie. What is my life? That's a great name. Humble ourselves to God's plan and not what we want. Yeah. Wanda, what do you repeat, Peter? I just imagine light when I'm meditating. I use what's called the Hezekiah prayer, also called the Jesus prayer. It's from Eastern Orthodoxy. I use the Jesus prayer. I've used it for 40 years. It works for me. Hey, Rob, White House all the way over there in Wales. Colleen, Catherine, thank you all. Sheila and Ali and Sybil and Christine, everybody, peace to you all. See you on Wednesday. Tomorrow we have our Zoom meditation group at 9 o'clock. The link is at my website, peterpanagore.love. I appreciate your presence. Till next time, my friends, 30 minutes is past. See you soon. God is love. Hey, thanks, Sybil. Much appreciated. Thank you, Charles. Peace to you all.